If you've been around San Francisco's Chinatown lately, you may have noticed a pretty sharp decline in tourism, and merchants are complaining that business is really slow.
Well, businesses at the Jersey Shore say they're bracing for a hit due to tensions between the U.S. and Canada.
From flight reservations to resorts and restaurants, the travel industry has gone from predicting a record-breaking 2025 to warning of a big slowdown. Before the tariff pause today, the CEO of Delta Airlines said air travel has stalled, both leisure and corporate.
There's no tourists coming to America right now.
It's like no one in here. I'm shocked.
60 billion tourist dollars we have lost this year already.
Trump is tanking US tourism, absolutely tanking it.
Every other day there's a horror story about someone who has tried to travel to the USA.
It's gone this far. We're so fucked. You guys, we're so fucked.
Since Trump has taken office, there's been a 15% decline in international arrivals.
I mean, seriously, we've had tourists detained. Not a good idea. Not a good look for America.
In recent months, there has been a drastic decline in visitors to the United States. The United States is experiencing a significant drop in tourism as rising political tensions and heightened border scrutiny deter foreign visitors, leading to a sharp decline in international travel and retail spending. Non-citizen air arrivals dropped nearly 10% in March compared to the same month last year. While international visitors spent a record $254 billion in the U.S. in 2024, that strong momentum now appears to be rapidly losing steam. President Donald Trump's reemergence on the political stage has triggered a resurgence of tariffs, nationalist rhetoric, and strict immigration messaging. This shift has fueled growing unease overseas and is closely linked to the declining number of international visitors to the U.S. From ghost town airports to planes with half their seats empty, something unusual is happening in America. Tourism in the United States is collapsing, and fast.
Stunning images of near-empty passenger planes are popping up on social media. These international flights have many tourists flying to the USA practically alone.
Videos like these are flooding YouTube and TikTok, claiming that international travelers are canceling their trips, flights are going out half-empty, and foreign visitors are avoiding the U.S. like never before. Major news outlets are confirming it. The U.S. could lose billions in tourism-related revenue in 2025 alone. From border tensions to international boycotts, something big is driving people away from the land of the free. In today's video, we take a look at what's happening, showing you real footage from travelers and airports, and asking the big question: is America becoming a no-go zone for the rest of the world?
Guys, I'm at JFK Airport at the immigration right now. Behind me, you see there's no lines for tourists. There's only Americans coming back home, but there's no tourists coming to America right now. Nobody wants to come to Trump land, huh? People are boycotting the US.
I'm not complaining. I have no idea what's going on, but I'm in the Atlanta airport and it's empty. It's like no one in here. I'm shocked. Apparently this is the busiest airport in the world. I believe that. I've been here 1,000 times. But today, it's not busy at all. So much negative space.
Now keep in mind, this isn't 2020. This is happening during peak travel season. And airport data backs it up. International arrivals to the U.S. dropped nearly 10% in March alone, compared to last year. That's huge.
So United States tourism is plummeting in the billions of dollars, that is. And you know how folks often tell international communities how much they need our tourism dollars? A lot of Americans forget that their own cities thrive off of tourism. In 2023 alone, the United States travel and tourism market contributed to $2.36 trillion. And the cities and states that rely heavily on hotel taxes, sales taxes, and other tourism-related fees, less tourism for you means less funding in education, transit, and infrastructure in your city or state.
60 billion tourist dollars we have lost this year already. 33,000 jobs lost in the month of June. I saw a maggot say, "What a great week for taco." Really?
Trump is tanking US tourism, absolutely tanking it. There was a report out at the end of February saying, and this was from Tourism Economics, saying that instead of growing by 8.8%, tourism in the US was projected to decline by 5.1%. But that was in February, right? So much has happened since in terms of stories of tourists being maltreated that really is going to change the dynamics, I'm sure of it. I've got some stories here that I've written down about one French scientist, 3 Germans, a Canadian and a Brit, that I just want to take you through so that you understand what is happening here, because these are stories that are now going wild through the Western press. Right? So first of all, the French scientist, this is probably the most recent story. He was denied entry to the US because he got there. They decided to search his phone and search his laptop. They found him having communicated sympathy with US scientists in terms of how Donald Trump has been treating the US science community, and decided that this was comparable to terrorism. And so he got turned around and sent back, okay? And French government has been complaining about that. But he got off, luckily, to just be accused of terrorism and denied entry. Because, let's now talk about the 3 Germans, all of whom have been detained by ICE. So firstly, there's Jessica, the tattoo artist, and that was a big story everywhere because she was kept for what? Over a month or something, including solitary detention, absolutely moved from place to place. Her friends and family utterly terrified before she finally got released. For what? For taking some tattoo kit through border. She was treated like that. Then there's the next German, Lucas, a fiance of an American, and he was detained by ICE for 2 weeks. Then we have Fabian, the electrical engineer, a green card holder who was violently interrogated, stripped naked, pushed into a cold shower, and again he was detained, I think, for a couple of weeks or something like that. Let's now move on to the Canadian. Her name is Jasmine. She actually wrote a piece in the British press describing her shocking treatment. She was held for 12 days. She didn't know why she was arrested. She was always told that they didn't know how long she was going to be kept. She was thrown in a cold cell with lots of other people, and they didn't have the lights on for 2 days. None of them knew what to do. It was a freezing room, and essentially she only got released when she got released. Imagine how terrifying that is. And then there's the story of the Brit. Her name was Rebecca. She had 3 weeks of horrendous treatment also. And she's now back home in Wales, but she said she was treated as if she were Hannibal Lecter. She was chained by the wrists, around the waist and in the ankles. She couldn't walk without the help of an ICE officer. What the crap is this?
So I've cancelled my next trip to the United States. I was meant to be going there in later April. I was looking forward to it as well, like going to Boston, New England, beautiful places, lovely people. In fact, I even have both friends and actually some relatives in Maine, but I've cancelled it because ICE, or whatever the hell it is detaining people. I mean, they detained a young Canadian for 10 days. They apparently arrested a bunch of Germans recently. They're going through people's phones. Like, this is meant to be the United States is meant to be the beacon of democracy and freedom and so forth. Well, it is anything but. This is what fascism actually looks like. It is awful in North Korea, and it is awful in Saudi Arabia, and it is awful in Iran. So we can all be honest about that. But when that sort of thing settles in to what we consider to be the free world, that is the erosion of any value that we actually stand for. So I bring business to the United States, right? I run tours. Well, I'm not going to now. It's shocking, but I woke up 3 days in a row worrying about flying down there. And then I talked to someone I know kind of on the inside who said, don't fly in if you're not an American citizen. Like, this is how terrible it is at the moment. So it's sad and it's shocking, but hey, I'm off to Europe in a few days. I can fly down to South America, a lot of beautiful places. And American friends are welcome up here, absolutely. But if you're going to come up and wave a Trump flag, then, don't bother.
Because who the hell wants to go on holiday in Gilead? Who wants to go on holiday in Gilead, please? Because I don't. Red is not my colour. It's not. Every other day there's a horror story about someone who has tried to travel to the USA. Every single day. Stopped in the airport, can't get through, held up for hours, being questioned, having their phones looked through, having their emails looked through, having their social media looked through. Why would anybody want to pay for that? Especially when the whole world is there to travel to. The one silver lining in all of this, for everybody else, not the USA, like you lot are cooked, but for the rest of the world, it means that this is going to open up tourism for so many other countries that other people would never really have considered going to. They're going to start going to them now. And I love that for the economies of other countries, because the USA, yeah, you lot are cooked.
Are there any other Aussies that are thinking about cancelling their trip to the US? Because I have a trip coming up to New York in December, and I'm getting really nervous seeing all these stories about people being detained and held for 16 days in jail cells, and I know it's very unlikely. There's still enough time for me to cancel my trip and reschedule or go somewhere else entirely. So is that the consensus? Is that what people are doing?
Vegas airport. Look at how empty it is. It's almost eerie. There are people down there. I don't think I've ever been to Vegas airport when there's nobody here.
Experts are linking the drop in tourism directly to Donald Trump's return to the political spotlight. With new tariffs on Canada, tough talk on immigration, and nationalist messaging, many foreign travelers are saying, no thanks. And it's not just about skipping the US. Some are canceling everything American. This isn't just bad optics. It's bad economics. Hotel prices have dropped, airfares are slipping, and tourist attractions like amusement parks are seeing a decline in visitors.
There's been rumors going around about how dead Epic Universe is, so I had to pull up live in the field and check out for myself. And just walking in this place, there's literally nobody. There's literally nobody here at the entrance right now. Let's see what Nintendo World is looking like inside. I'm at one of the most popular rides here, Minecart Madness. A 15-minute wait at 1 p.m. This is crazy. That ride is normally at least an hour and a half. And now it's time to check out Dark Universe. I'm gonna see what the wait times will look like in here. 10-minute wait for Monsters Unchained. This is absolutely unreal. This isn't even a 10-minute wait. There's nobody in line. We're gonna walk right on this thing. So the werewolf, only a 15-minute wait. Yeah, I think I can confirm. There's no one here.
Yesterday at Disneyland, the loading tram was empty.
have known that Disneyland would have no long lines and no big crowds on a Saturday during the summer.
I went to Disneyland in California on June 27th, a Friday. And Disney can't even pull people now. Disney was not crowded at all. It was the least crowded I've seen it since I was a child, and tickets were $20. I've lived here my entire life. Haven't seen it like that in, I'm not going to tell you how old I am, many years. We got off the tram and we're in no time. The line to get through the ticket booth was like not even maybe 10 people deep. Nothing. The sidewalks were not crowded. Rope drop, nobody cared. The first ride we got to in Star Wars Land, I'm pretty sure we were the first or second group of people on there. It took us longer to walk through the empty line. It was just dumb. It was just dumb. I mean, by 10 o'clock, we had ridden 5 rides, messed around because we had a bunch of kids, and been to the bathroom like 3 times. Like, it was cuckoo bird. Disney can't pull people. We're no doubt it's a combination of Disney not being able to pull people from other countries. Also, ICE. I'm sure people are afraid to come here. No doubt. I'm sure me and my white privilege, because I have no fear of that, I feel horrible about that. I'm sorry. But I know that that's what it is. I know it has to be. And of course, there was a severe lack of all of these cultures that you normally see when you're there. I mean, the sidewalks were empty. I have time-stamped photos of it's like 9:30 a.m. Any normal day, on a summer day, it would be just, you would be crammed. You'd be pushing through people. There was nobody. It was nutty. It was frightening to see. Disney can't pull people right now. I'm disturbed. It's disturbing to know that it's gone this far. We're so fucked. You guys, we're so fucked. We're so fucked. Disney can't pull people. That's it. It's done. We're done. We're so done.
Did you hear about this? Trump wants to charge tourists $250 to set foot in the United States. This couldn't come at a worse time. Since Trump has taken office, there's been a 15% decline in international arrivals. And we're forecasted to lose $65 billion in tourism spending. People are not coming to this country because of Trump, his policies, and his rhetoric. And his solution is to start to charge them $250 if they want to come here. This is going to crush the already hurting tourism industry. Keep in mind, most countries charge around $5. I don't know. I just don't understand his thinking. It's like he's purposely trying to alienate the U.S. from the rest of the world while hurting our economy. Yes, the government will take in more revenue, but at the expense of restaurants, transportation, events, shopping, and jobs. This has been attempted by other countries in the past, and it's failed. And there's tons of supporting data to prove it. So why is he doing this? If you're in any of these industries, hold on tight. This is going to be a rough ride.
Good morning, everyone. Fuck off, MAGA. I've seen that the U.S. is now going to start charging $250 per visa for foreigners to come in and visit. It's not worth it. Don't come. Don't pay it. Don't do it. If you have to travel for business, see if you can do it via email or something. Don't come here. Seriously. Especially foreigners. Why would you want to come no shit. I mean, seriously, we've had tourists detained. Not a good idea. Not a good look for America. So anyway, don't pay the $250. Stay out of America. I'd love to move to a different country. That'd be so awesome. If anybody's got any ideas, let me know. Have a good day. Fuck off, MAGA.
U.S. travel spending decreased dramatically. Look at this headline. This is the largest decrease in travel in 10 years. This is very disturbing because the United States counts on tourism as one of its industry, specifically places like Las Vegas, which is down 8% currently and still climbing. Florida, California, New York, all of these very touristy cities are going to be hit very, very hard by the boycott to the United States of America. Now listen, all these other countries, they're traveling to other places. Canadians are our largest group of visitors and they are boycotting, rightfully so, coming to the United States of America. Do you have travel plans that you have canceled to the United States of America? So far, over 1 million people have canceled. This is the largest decline in tourism in 10 years. This is a strong alert, ladies and gentlemen. Donald Trump is bad for America.
America has long been one of the world's top travel destinations. Iconic cities, natural beauty, and a culture that shaped global trends. But that reputation is now at risk. As international tourists weigh safety, politics, and global perception, the U.S. is starting to feel the cost, not just in dollars, but in influence. Whether it's temporary or the beginning of a deeper shift remains to be seen. So what do you think? Are the fears justified? Is it worth the risk to visit the United States? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we will see you in the next one.